On today's episode of Anime Afterthought, ReZero Season 2, Episode 6, The Maiden's Gospel. My god, I think the only word to describe today's episode was fucking gruesome. I mean, they did it. They really did it. They literally pull no fucking punches when it comes to this series. My god. Now, last we left off, Subaru has successfully completed the first trial. Unfortunately, Amelia is having issues. She's failed several times at this point, and as we see, it's taking its emotional toll. With Amelia's success in question, as well as lingering concerns over Frederica's allegiance, Subaru takes this opportunity to not only procure safe passage for some of the villages, but he's also determined to check in on the Roswell mansion. Entering the Roswell estate, the atmosphere has changed, indicating that something's not right. The blood red tint encompassing the entire screen is an omen foreshadowing things to come. Where one time Subaru would be greeted by maids, this time his knocks fall upon deaf ears. And as we enter the mansion, we can tell something is not right. With no one to be found, concerns over Rem envelop Subaru. As he rushes to her door, he trips and falls, but this is not due to his own clumsiness. No, a warm feeling is once again forming in the pit of his stomach. As he begins to grasp his abdomen, he hears a familiar voice, and he turns around and sees a familiar face. Yes, Subaru has encountered this experience once before, several times in fact. With a pool of blood beginning to form on the floor, it is obvious Subaru's stomach has been slashed. Once again, he has come face to face with a bowel hunter. Yes, Elsa Grandhirt has made her return, and once again, Subaru has died. And this is where we pick up today's episode. Yes, the next loop has begun. Last week I was wondering, where exactly is his save point? Well, it turns out it's actually after he completed the Sanctuary's first trial. As we are witness to Subaru once again having to calm Amelia down and embracing her as she is just emotionally distraught from her interaction with her own past. So once again, it's time for a group meeting. This one, Amelia is actually taking part in. Subaru takes this opportunity to make his grand reveal. Yes, announcing to the entirety of the group, hey, Amelia, I know you're having issues. I mean, it's really hard to overcome your past. Oh wait, how do I know it? Well, Garfield, I will tell you, as you saw by the indication of the runes glowing, yes, not only was, I allowed entrance to take, the Sanctuary trials, I actually passed mine. And of course, this pissed Garfield off. Even ReZero is quite shocked at this, this giant revelation that, hey, not only was he granted permission to take this thing, but he also passed it? Like, what the fuck? Amelia is just questioning, like, how? I mean, how'd you overcome your past? What exactly did you see? And what really wasn't about sealing, it's about having, this revelation to realize, to overcome one's past. Like, it's a real teaching moment. They're not as savage as one would think. And I hate to break it to you, Amelia, if you're having trouble on this one, you got 2 fucking more to go. But I do have an out for you. I mean, you might not like it, but I'm willing to take the other 2 trials in your stead. Now, of course, we see some interesting interactions following that offer. Like, first of all, Amelia is upset. Like, what, you don't trust me to do it? Like, you have no faith in me? I was like, well, first of all, I'm your knight, so if I don't do anything for you, then why am I your knight in the first place? Like, I'm willing to take the brunt of this trial, but even me as a viewer needs, like, well, Amelia needs to overcome her past. Like, it's kind of like a step forward. I mean, she's having issues now. Imagine her being the leader of Lagunica. Like, there's some issues going on there. Like, she has to be the one to do it, and I am in agreement with that. Someone who wasn't last week, though, was actually Garfield. Like, he's like, hey, on his little trip back to the edge of the barrier where he can't pass, he questions Subaru, like, should Amelia even be overtaking this? What if she doesn't want to overcome her past? Like, you saw what she's going through. Like, I already know that you already passed your fucking test. Like, he was already well aware of what was up with Subaru, in the previous loop, but this time he's dead set on Amelia has to be the one to do it. I was like, dude, like, even Subaru was shocked. Like, motherfucker, you just said last loop, and it's like, well, you know what? Different loop, different day, motherfucker. Like, you gotta reset all this shit. And it is somewhat explained with, the little interaction outside with ReZero, Garfield, and Subaru. He questions, like, hey guys, why are you so adamant on me not taking it? Like, what's up? Like, I already passed the first one. Why do you want to put Amelia through this fucking shit? Like, oh, well, it's all up to Roswell. That's what he wants. That's what he's gonna get. Why? Because we don't want to lose our standing. Let's say eventually, the Sanctuary becomes part of Roswell's domain, the territory. We don't want to lose our position in the hierarchy. Like, we don't want to go against Roswell. I'm like, I mean, you can tell Garfield is, conflicted. He's like, dude, I hate Roswell as much as you do, but you know what? Motherfucker gotta eat. Like, I have to look out for myself as well as, the other people. Like, so of course, following that, we have to go ahead and talk to Roswell. And once again, Subaru is dropping hints of time manipulation. And Roswell, again, is picking it up. Like, he's dropping these, like, first it was like otherworldly shit, and now it's this one is like this time. And Roswell's like, what do you mean this time? time, oh yeah, let's just fucking nonchalantly pass over that shit and start talking about other shit. I'm like, oh my God. So of course, we know that there's going to be an attack on the mansion. So we gotta leave early to circumvent it, to, you know, figure out what the fuck's going on. At this point, Subaru still thinks Frederica is in on this. We go there, we see nobody, and we just get slashed by the fucking bow hunter, right? Die, start over. So maybe she is on it. But even so, what can Subaru do? He's Subaru. He had Shamak. Like, that's all he fucking has, which is hilarious. He actually uses it in today's episode. But yeah, if you think about it, he's pretty fucking weak, especially to a, you know, a half beast person. Like, we saw Garfield super fucking strength. I'm assuming the sister's pretty legit as well. But of course, Roswell's like, no, don't worry. I'm not gonna send you alone. There's one person who I can actually send you with. Yeah, it's Ram. Ram is heading back to the mansion. So at least we have, like, of course she's hornless, but I mean, she's still a fucking demon. Let's put that out there. We saw her do some work in season 1. So yes, I'm absolutely ecstatic. We're having a heavy hitter come with us. So as a morning, you know, arrives, they're getting ready to head out. They're taking Patrice with them. I think I'm saying that right. The black ground dragon, having a little interaction with Garfield. Now, once again, it showcases how loops can be completely different. Last time, Garfield gave him his jewel as a, you know, a parting gift, an introduction back to the sister. Like, hey, show this to Frederica, so everything will be cool. This time, he actually has to, you know, ask for it. And then again, he's like, oh, I'm gonna give you shit. He goes, well, wouldn't you give it to your love? I mean, she's heading out to do her duty. He's like, oh, fine, I guess. Like, this will make Ram love me. And she goes, yes, I am your love. You give me the jewel. So it's like, I'm glad they're able to find some comedy in this, because Jesus Christ, the following scenes are just fucking emotionally and physically just, I'm devastated. So first and foremost, they're heading, you know, back out of the sanctuary. And one of the comments that Subaru said to Garfield, like, well, you know what, if you don't give her the jewel, I'll just have to use Ram as a decoy. So you might as well give it to us. That statement has triggered an innate scar on her soul. It can't be a memory, because you know that gluttony completely devoured those, but maybe it's ingrained into her heart, into her being. But that decoy, and then here we go. Subaru takes this opportunity as he flashes back, actually using, you know, Ram as a decoy, throwing it to Rem to knock her back to consciousness, you know, out of her demon berserker state. He takes this opportunity like, hey, I need to tell you something. It's about the most important thing in your life. No, not Roswell. It's about a girl named Rem. So they have their conversation, and she believes him. I mean, it's a weird story. She has no, you know, memories of this individual, but it seems that, you know, why would Barsu lie? Like, why would he take this lie? So we get there, and first of all, we're greeted by Petra. So I'm so glad she's alive. God, I hate saying those fucking words at this point. Oh God. Anyways, after a loving embrace from, you know, Subaru, who is completely distraught, you know, she's visibly shaken. He takes Ram to see Rem, and oh my God, like, fuck it. What would you do? What would you do in that instance? What would you do coming face to face with someone who someone tells you, like, hey, you've known this person your entire life, you know, this is your twin, you love each other, you do anything for other, just to let you know that a Synod bishop, you know, took her memories, took herself, but I'm gonna get her back, so I mean, just love her like a sister. Like, what would you go there, and then this person has your exact same face except a different color. Like, what the fuck? I mean, your mind has to be blown at this point. She needs a little, you know, one-on-one time, and that's okay, because Subaru has his own shit to do. He needs to go confront Frederica. Now, Frederica sees Garfield's crystal, you know, his jewel. She's overly ecstatic, like, hey, you finally met him, that's good. And he literally just brings up the question, like, hey, why would you put a teleporting spell on the first crystal you gave me? Like, why the fuck would you do it? Like, who you're, like, he goes into her fucking hardcore. She's just like, huh? What the fuck are you talking about? Teleporting what? I don't know what the fuck you're telling them. What are you talking about? Of course, Ram is, you know, quick to jump in when she's done with a little, you know, sister time. She is easily able to suss out that Frederica was not involved with the actual spell placed on the crystal, yet she really can't say anything else because of this quote unquote oath. Now, they brought it up several times. I don't know if it's an actual spell, just an oath. I mean, we see fucked up shit happen. Like, look at fucking Demon Slayer when you even, one of the fucking moons say his fucking name, fucking the whole body turns against him. Like, who knows? It could be some kind of weird curse effect. But she's not even adamant on like, oh yeah, like we'll drag you to the fucking sanctuary and throw your ass in there and figure out who the fuck's to blame. She goes, okay, you that's what you'll have to do, because she physically can't say it. It'll take force to actually knock her out of the fucking oath or some shit. So like, we know that there is some kind of rule in place, but is it like an actual curse? I don't know. Before we can suss out any information, you know, besides the fact that they've been friends for 10 years, which is, you know, nice to know. Once again, a familiar voice begins to speak up, and Subaru is once again distraught. We turn to the door that has now, oh god, we have Elsa holding a knife to the throat of Petra, and I'm shocked. What we see is just fucking amazing. We see this unleash of magic from Ram. We see that Frederica can do like a partial beast transformation. Ram gets a devastating hit on her, fucking tears up Elsa's arm and shit. Elsa just being fucking creepy as shit, eating blood, like, ugh, god, you are fucking crazy. Now this is where we see Subaru actually, you know, lend a helping hand with their shamak, whatever, however you want to fucking pronounce it. Yeah, they take this opportunity to fucking run, but it's not being unscathed. We see Subaru gets hit as well as Frederica. I guess Elsa has some throwing knives now. Yeah, the little like fucking ninjutsu Naruto needle type shit. Yeah, was it Kohaku? The ice wielder. Yeah. Anyways, they eventually make it out of the mansion, but remember, there's 2 more individuals in there, and this is where we get this argument between Ram, who wants to leave everyone behind, you know what, let's take everyone and go to the fucking sanctuary, and Subaru's like, you know what, fuck this, I brought you back, I'm telling you that your sister lives, there's a sister in there, I mean, whether you know it's your sister or not, she's fucking in there, and she might fucking die, she will fucking die if we leave her behind, not to mention Beatrice, like, what are you fucking saying, why do you want to leave? Luckily, Frederica stands up, like, hey, those 2 could be, you know, potentially great, like, we know Beatrice, but, like, we need to go back and rescue him, so obviously, eventually, it goes like, okay, let's fucking do this. Frederica fucking womans up and is like, fuck this, I'm going full beast mode. We see her turn into like a lion or a tiger or a liger, like it's a very unique design. Petra is just in awe at this point, like, holy shit. Petra's, oh, you good girl, thanks for not screaming because you saw me transform. She goes, no, it's fucking cool. Like, I mean, it is pretty fucking cool. It does make me wonder though, that what does Garfield look like? Like, does he look the same? Does he look different? I mean, they are brother and sister, so like, I don't know. I'm excited to see though. So basically she is gonna go take on Elsa and be the decoy. Once again, that's like the 3rd time decoy was brought up in this episode. So it's up to Ram, Petra, and Subaru to go, you know, get Beatrice and go save Ram. But it seems maybe they're not alone, at least when it comes to Maw Beast. As they're going down the corridors and heading to one hallway, a giant fucking Maw Beast creature fucking appears out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck did it get in? Where the fuck did it come from? Oh my, I'm just confused. Ram takes that fucker on. Subaru and Petra go off in another room. Petra's trying to help Subaru get the knife out of his fucking back. They're both bloody. He takes her hand and they fucking set off. And the next scene is filmed like a gritty World War II where it's like you're not conscious and you only get blinks of the fucking images through Subaru's eyes. And we see that, you know, Ram's doing some shit. She's fighting somebody. We see, you know, Petra holding on for dear life. Patrice is trying to fucking do something. I swear it's Petra. Let me know in the comments below. We see shit going on. A Subaru gets thrown through like a 2nd story fucking window. Bloodied, battered, and bruised. He's coughing up blood, fucking bleeding into his eye. And then we see it. They fucking did it. You guys warned me. They fucking did it. He's still holding on to Petra's hand, yet it's not connected to anything. And as we go over the aftermath of what fucking happened, Subaru just his fucking blood curdling scream, and we see Petra is buried in rubble. The ground dragon's dead. We see a ribbon just floating through the fucking the gutter, followed by blood. Obviously that's Ram's. It's just, oh my god, he is able to step up. I don't know how he's able to stand. Like, how the fuck you were just everything you were fucking put through and then thrown through a fucking 2nd story window? Like, dude, you're fucking normal. Like, how are you standing? And once again, right behind his back, Elsa Granhirt talking mad shit, being very aloof, because, you know, Subaru, even though he should be in immense fucking pain, does take this opportunity to actually ask, like, hey, who fucking hired you in the first place? Like, why the fuck are you doing this? She's very, very like, oh yeah, I really can't tell you, that's my client, that's super privileged. She does give us a name. I think it was Mei Li, so maybe there is another individual there. Does that have something to do with the actual Maw Beast showing up? She's like, I don't want to give her some of the credit. We know that she's part of some kind of, you know, group, so maybe that's another member of the fucking group. Like, I still want to know why the fuck are they there, who the fuck the client is, but my god, like, she goes in for the fucking kill, and Subaru is about to open Rem's door. I'm assuming he's like, well, I might as well just die with her, right? Seeing her? No, it's a door to the fucking ever-evolving goddamn library, and then he's coming face to face with Beatrice. What the fuck? This episode, my God, you guys weren't lying. They fucking did it. They killed a kid. Like, you know what? I shouldn't be surprised because it's fucking ReZero. So many deaths. But I was like, but Petra, I mean, they talked her up. She's becoming part of the main group. She's so cute. Got that little ribbon. And now she's dead. And it was fucking gruesome. Like, literally holding on to her fucking arm. Like, oh my God. But my God, like, so we did learn that Subaru's new checkpoint is going to be, you know, the Sanctuary, at least trial 1. Obviously, he hasn't hit it this time because he's still alive. Like, I don't know if he's really fucked up. I don't know if Elsa got a hit on him as, you know, he's closing the door, but it is Beatrice, so maybe she can heal him. She didn't, you know, season 1 when it came to repairing internal organs. That was actually by the Bowl Hunter, so I don't know. But remember, these two are still on opposite ends. Beatrice is very, you know, pissed at Subaru, you know, for having the gospel, for killing Beetlegeist, because there's a connection between those two. But yeah, like, what the fuck? And it also makes me wonder, like, Elsa and at least, you know, the Mob Beast, or maybe Maylee. Is Maylee the Mob Beast? I don't fucking know. They're still in the mansion and they're still trying to kill, you know, the two maids in the shut-in before Subaru comes home. So, like, they know what's up. They know who's in there, and they're actually actively trying to kill Beatrice. But Beatrice is supposedly like a super badass, super powerful fucking mage, like standing up to fucking Roswell and shit. Like, you know, like, are we gonna see a fight between those two? Like, I'm excited. I'm devastated, and I know that we're gonna have to reset. We're gonna have to reset, whether Subaru dies by Elsa's hands, or maybe Beatrice is so pissed off that she flings him out and he fucking lands on his neck or some shit and dies. Maybe he'll fucking do suicide again. I have no fucking clue. But we have to reset. Too many people have lost their lives at this point. Like, no. We can't let this loop continue. I have to know, guys, if you made it this far in the video, in the comments below, please, what did you think of today's episode? Were you fucking shocked as much as I did? What'd you think of that gritty, like, World War II POV type ending? Like, my God, I'm actually very glad that they blurred out, you know, Petra's hand with Subaru's like tinted blood over his eye. I'm so fucking glad they decided to do that very artistically, and it looked good aesthetically, but it's also a great way to censor that, because I don't think my heart could take that. Wee little Petra, oh my God. R.I.P. Petra. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, because this fucking series, I'm gonna tell you, God, this is a fucking good story. So with all that being said, and I guess the loop's still continuing next week, I honestly cannot wait for future episodes.